ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शांति शांति शांति। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणं विना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणि तं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामुखाः अनावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। किं कर्म किं कर्मेति कवयोऽप्यत्र मोहिताः तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वा मोक्ष्यसे शुभात् कर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धव्यम् बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यम् गहना कर्मणो गतिः कर्मण्यः कर्म यः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्म यः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु स युक्तः कृत्स्नकर्मकृत् यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणम् तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः From 14th verse of 4th chapter up to the 24th verse, we can say is that Bhagavan has talked about karma also, what is karma and what is karma, everything. And plus what we have seen, the name of chapter is Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So how a person can renunciate all karma, but only through jnana, that has been explained, particularly in this 10th total group of 10 verses. Bhagavan is elaborated, explained here. So we have seen 14th verse, Bhagavan himself has declared, Karmani mamna lippanti karma phale naspruha. So Bhagavan has talked, karma cannot affect me. At the same time, I don't have any longing from the result of karma. And one, a person who knows me in this way, so person knows being Ishvara, Ishvara can have no karma phala asakti, but one who knows Ishvara in this way, that person karma bihi na padyati, even that person is also not bound by karma. It Bhagavan has explained in 14th verse. And then in 15th verse, Bhagavan has said, Evam means in this way, Krusam karma. People have performed karma, purvehi api mumukshubhi. Purvehi means in ancient time by the seeker, karma kruta. So seeker have been performed karma in ancient time. Same way Bhagavan says, Kuru karmeva tasmatva. Same way you should also perform karma. Kuru karma means perform karma. Tvam means you. And in which manner? So Bhagavan says, Purvehi. In the ancient time by the seeker, Purvatara Kutam Karma, they have done whatever karma, same karma you perform. In short, again, Bhagavan has told Arjuna, you perform your duty. And in 16th verse, Bhagavan has said that we have seen, Kim karma, kim akarma, kavayah api atra mohitaha. Here, kim karma means what is the action. Kim akarma, here one A is there. What is the actionlessness? Atra means in this subject matter. Kavayah means scholars are also confused. Mohitaha are confused. Now Bhagavan says, Tatte karma pravakshyami. I shall impart that karma to you now from 16th, 18th, Yajgnatva, having known the theory of karma, Ashubhat mokshase. You will be free from. Mokshase means you will be released or free from Ashubhat sansara. You will be released from the sansara, which is considered as a not auspicious. And Bhagavan says the confusion at 3 levels. So he says, Karmanaha api bodhavyam, vikarmanaha bodhavyam, akarmanaha bodhavyam. So Bhagavan says, bodhavyam means to be known. Person should know what is the karma. Person should know what is the forbidden karma. Vikarmanaha means forbidden. What should not be done is called forbidden. Shastra says, Kalanjam na bhakshayet, suram na pibet. Like one should not eat meat. Suram na pibet means one should not drink alcohol. All are considered vikarmanaha, akarmanaha cha, bodhavyam. Even person should know what is the actionlessness. Because karmanaha gatihi gahana. Because the nature of karma, gahana, means it is difficult to know, unfathomable. Gahan means unfathomable. And now we have to see this 18th verse, which is very important, even all among all, we can say Vedanta literature. This 18th verse is highly even important also. Yah pashyet, main is Yah pashyet, one who able to see what karmani, agar, in karma, in action. And Yah pashyet akarmani, karma, even in action, one who can able to see karma, that person is called Buddhiman. Bhagavan says, according to me, that person is wise person among whom Sarveshu Manusheshu, among all human beings, that person is called Buddhiman Sayuktaha. That person considered as a yogi. Sarva Krishna Karma Krit. As though that person has done all karma. Krishna Karma Krit means that person has done all karma. This is the literal meaning of this verse. And at that time I have told you this is called keyword or Granthi Shloka. Granthi Shloka means we have to untie which notes are available in this Granthi Shloka. Even this is beautiful. I always love it. This Bhagavan has explained what is the consciousness in Ishavasya Upanishad. Here Bhagavan says that consciousness always moves. Immediately says Tat na ejati. That consciousness doesn't move. Tad means that consciousness dure. It is far away. Immediately Bhagavan says, it means his mantra says, Tad antike, it is nearest. Again he says, Tad antaha asya sarvasya. It is inside of all being. Immediately says, Sarvasya asya bahyata. It is far away from the all people. So what does it mean? Sometimes say it is very near, sometimes very far. So we have to understand what mantra or shloka would like to convey. And we were here on Friday, and I have told we are the mixture, means our body, we are means our body is a mixture of two things. One is called sentient and another is called insentient. I have written here Our body is a mixture of sentient and insentient. What is called sentient, it is only one thing we keep on telling as a consciousness. So consciousness, let me keep it. So consciousness is sentient because in our body something is consciousness. And another thing in our body is called inert. So logically, if we analyze our body, so we can know this gross body is inert because we always say they offer in the fire that person is died. So we know something is matter, inert is our gross body. And through Shastra, we know our subtle body is also inert because it's also made up of five subtle Mahabhuta. So that's why it's also inert. So sentient is called consciousness and inert is called matter, or otherwise it is another name is Maya. The sentient is another name is called Atma, and inert is called opposite of Atma, is called Anatma. And last time we have seen actually why any word starts from vowel, we have to put an because of dirgha sandhi, how can we merge with that vowel? We cannot understand. So sentient thing is called Atma, and which is inert is called Anatma. So we have to remember our gross body and our subtle body. In our understanding is Anatma and something is sentient is called Atma. And in Shastra, what we have studied, even in Taittiriya Upanishad, even Bhagavad-Gita, second chapter, Bhagavan has said, this Atma or Chaitanya Tattva is Sarvagataha. The meaning of Sarvagataha means this consciousness is all pervading. Sarvam Gacchati, it's called Sarvagata. The meaning is this consciousness, it is not bound by any space. In Sanskritam, it's called Desha Aparichinna. It is not it is not limited by any space. It is called all-pervading. While if we look at our body, means these inert things are limited. If body is sitting here, it cannot be possible in our room. So it is always parichinnaha. It is a bound by space. First thing, and this consciousness are not many, ekaha. Ekaha, all pervading, which is not bound by anything. Desha, kala, vastu, aparichina. So this consciousness, it is not bound by anything, any object. That's why only one. Objects are many, but if when we say it is not bound by object, it is mean this is only one, all pervading. While we know how many Buddhas are available, Anekaha. This matter, Anatma, are many. Anekaha, because they are limited by their grosshood. Vastu Parichinna. That's why total 84 lakhs yoni. Each and every yoni has many innumerable gross body. That's why it's called Aneka. Gross body and subtle body are many, while consciousness, Atma, is only one. Another, we have seen many times, but this consciousness is always Nitya, meaning it is not bound by time, eternal. And another is, if not bound by time, it is immortal. Mortal means subject to die, immortal, which is not subject to die, kala aparichinna. It is not bound by time. So Atma, consciousness, it is not bound by time. While we know this body is anitya. If it is a date of birth, definitely it has a date of death also. Every year we celebrating our birthday, but actually, really speaking, 1 year is over in one's life. So anitya. And what is the difference to celebrating? We always celebrating by lighting the lamp. This is our culture. And another culture is we always the blowing. So this is lighting is more better than blowing. Even this lamp is also blowing. So these are the qualities of or traits of Atma. Now Atma is Nirguna, doesn't have any guna like Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is not available in consciousness. While Maya, matter, inert is Gunatmika. It is a Sattva, Rajas and Tamoguna. When Maya is there, definitely it has three gunas. This consciousness doesn't have any form. It is a formless. While this body is always has form, Sakaraha. We have two bodies. Stula means which is tangible, we can see with our naked eyes. Another is subtle, we can infer there is something which is inside. The subtle body also. Last thing, this Atma doesn't undergo any type of modification. It's called Nirvikara. In Hindi, but in Gujarati, Vikara has total different meaning. But in particularly in Shastra, Vikara is modification. Nirvikaraha, Nirgataha Vikaraha, Yasmat Nirvikara. From whom all modification has been gone. It's called Nirvikara. So this consciousness doesn't undergo any type of modification, while this body is always savikara. Continuously, it undergoes a many change. One who has studied says Shad Vikaraha in this body. Shad Vikaraha is modification. When child is conceived, we say something is coming. Now baby will come. It's called Asti. Then after some time period is over, baby is born. It's called Jayate. This is Yakara. Jayate. Baby is born. Then baby doesn't remain as it is. Vardate. It grows. Asti Jayate. Vardate. Viparinamate. Parinamate means it undergoes all metamorphological changes. That body becomes adult is called viparinamate, young, adult. So all hormones change is called viparinamate. We don't know how long we can keep our body young, but after some time, some years, apakshiyate. Then doctor says you have to maintain your body. If diabetes is there, maintain. If something is there, maintain. Apakshayati, body is subject to decline. And how much we maintain, one day will call Vinashyati. Apakshayati is subject to decline, aging, Ruddhatva. And last one is body will die, Vinashyati. These are called vikara, changes in this body. But Atma is nirvikara. It never undergoes any type of modification. While this body is this Shadvikara, six type of changing, and constantly, unknowingly, sometimes when gray hair comes, we think, oh, now aging starts. Unknowingly, body is going to decline. And now I have written any karma. Any karma, the definition of karma is chalanatmaka. If we say karma, means it is always keep on moving. If I say I'm talking, the words are keep on moving one by one. Words are coming out of the mouth. Same way, if you are listening is the karma, the words are coming in your ear. The definition of karma is chalanatmaka. Whenever action is there, it's always in motion. This is the definition. And being all pervading, Atma or Chaitanya Tattva, being all pervading, like a space. What is the nearest example of consciousness is space, avakasha, which cannot move. That's why even avakasha doesn't perform any action. Our avakasha never moves because all pervading. So even space cannot perform any action because action involves movement. And even consciousness is the cause of space. It is more pervading. So it cannot perform any karma. So that's why I have written here, physical action require physical movement, while mental action require mental movement. What thought process is mental movement? And what we are doing with physical body and physical movement, all can possible when body is there, when limitation is there. But space and consciousness cannot perform any karma. And Atma, Anatma, being limited in nature, keep on changing and cannot remain without any movement. All Anatma. When we say Anatma means all this Anatma keep on changing without any second. One who studied physics, they know even we say these walls are steady, doesn't move, but in wall also proton electrons keep on moving. So at anatma level, keep on changing. It cannot remain without any movement. While at atma level, no action can possible because all pervading everywhere. So Chaitanya Tattva consciousness cannot move the reason all pervasiveness. While this body keep on moving because of it limited for one place. And that's why what is the outcome? Having studied this, outcome is Atma is ever actionless. Atma cannot move, ever actionless, because reason only sarvagatatvat means because of nature of all pervasiveness. Atma cannot move, and even need not to give up karma also. We can give up only which we possess. But Atma, if it doesn't perform any karma, need not to tell now give up karma, because Atma never perform any karma. Reason or pervasiveness. While in our body, this anatma never stop any motion, keep on changing. Even these cells inside our body keep on changing. Even blood inside our body, whole blood change within the 21 days. So everything keep on changing. So Maya and matter is eternally in the motion. And same way, whole universe is moving. Even galaxies are in motion. Our solar system is in motion. So everything, whichever is matter, jadam, insentient, they keep on moving while consciousness need not to move because of all pervasiveness. And because of this reason, again, Atma cannot possess karma because of all pervading nature. So this is the slot of Atma. Means consciousness cannot possess any karma because of being all pervading. Therefore, Atma is ever actionless. Consciousness never perform any karma. That's why Atma is. This is the outcome of whole analysis. Atma means the sentient is ever actionless, cannot perform karma. While this our poor inert Maya, earth is moving. In Shastra says, whenever universe is there, Lord Shiva's Tandava is going on. Says when Tandava stop, Jagat will stop. Jagat means universe. So whenever Tandava, that's why if you have seen Lord Shankara's that Nataraja Murti, we know it is in motion. Because Lord Shiva in motion, how can we know this whole hair of Ishvara is straight? If it is not doing any action, it should be like flowing down below. But in Nataraja Murti, it's always straight. Means when we are moving, our hair becomes straight. It means the Ishvara is moving, Jagat is moving, whole inert word is moving. That's why Lord Shiva's Tandava is symbolically indicate every atom is in motion. Start from electron, proton, everything is in motion in Jada. And our body is also anatma, Jada. That's why this body, mind, sense complex also keep on doing some or other action without knowing, with knowing, but this body keep on doing some or other action because inert, being inert, it keeps on moving. So another outcome, what we can understand from this, therefore, at anatma level, action and karma we cannot give up because it keeps on continuing. How long we can sit like this? Immediately this hand moves, karma. How can we keep our mind totally closed? Thought comes, action start. So this is the outcome of whole analysis. That for anatma level, action and karma, we cannot give up. While at atma level, there is a no possibility of karma. And who we are? We are atma or we are anatma? We are anatma, then can we die? We don't like to die. So this anatma is given as an instrument to us. Really speaking, our real nature is consciousness, Atma only. And being Atma, Atma is ever actionless, while this body is nothing but mere instrument. Sadhana, I think it is easy to write. Sadhana means instrument. And always one has to remember, sadhana cannot be myself. If I say this is a mouse, is the instrument to move. This is the pen is my instrument so I can write on the screen. This is the mobile with whom I can connect with the world. These all are sadhana, all are instrument. We never claim, now I am a mobile. We can't say. So whatever instruments are available in the world, they are they are only for use only. It cannot be me. Same way in this body, We are a mixture of two things, Atma and Anatma. And we know we are the sentient. And this body are given as an instrument to us for transaction. So this body keep on doing karma, but at conscious level, if I own up my nature, I never perform any karma. So that's why last outcome, what we have seen in this, I have written, in our body, consciousness is ever actionless. Consciousness never perform any karma, and we have seen in Ken Upanishad, the whatever Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyat Vacho Vavacham Sapranasya Pranaha Chakshushaha Chakshu. The meaning is same, because of which all five sense organ, five organs of action, Pancha Pranaha, can perform their activity, that consciousness is separate from this subtle world, in which is never involved, while consciousness make them live only. Consciousness cannot be involved. Totally different thing. And who we are, if somebody asks, are you gross or physical body, you are inert or you are conscious? Always we give the answer, I am conscious being. We never say, I am inert. If we are inert, then it's subject to give to, you know, Chitta. So we are always conscious. But giving this both gross body and Atma is only mere instrument. So what is the wisdom of this whole verse or first line? So I just written the wisdom. The wisdom of this verse is accept actions at Anatma level. So Bhagavan has given me this body, mind, sense complex. It can never stop without any action. So accept all action at Anatma level and own up our real nature as a consciousness. We have to accept our real nature as a Atma, which is ever actionless, which cannot perform any karma. So own up Atma as an actionlessness. So I am ever peaceful. I am always as restful. And this is called Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. This is sannyasa, is renunciation. We are renunciating what? All karma. But in which level? Only at understanding level. Because this body will keep on doing karma. This is the first line. Only 1/4 line of this verse. Karmaniya, akarmaniya karmaya pashit. So yaha karmani akarma pashit. This is the line. Yaha means a person who would able to see. Pashit, one who see. Karmani. So karmani means this body, mind, sense complex keep on performing karma, but who am I? I am a only consciousness, and my real nature is actionlessness. This is my own real nature. It is called Yaha Karmani Akarma Pashit. Still, I have written Yaha Pashit. One can able to see Anatmanaha Karmani. This Anatma, this our physical body, subtle body, keep on performing karmani, but at consciousness level, Atma, akarma. Atma never perform karma, and I know I am not an Atma, but I am Atma. This owning up, it is called shifting the level. Shifting the level means when I say that Puja Swamiji doesn't like, but he says there are two type of ahankar. Ahankara means ego. English we say ego. It says one ego is one who identify oneself with body, mind, sense complex. It is called ahankara. So I am a body, I am a mind. This is called ahankara. So Shastra says you just give up this ahankara means you just don't identify yourself as a body, mind, sense complex. It is called giving up ahankara. One who can give up this ahankara, I am not body, mind, sense, complex, that person can own up one's own real nature. I am Atma, and Atma is ever actionlessness. This is called giving up ego. In our mind, the ego is some boasting. It is called ego, but at Shastra level, ahankara, to identification with body, mind, sense, complex is called ahankara. When we say man, buddhi, chit, ahankara, we always say antakarana means man, buddhi, chit, ahankara. So ahankara is this identification with body. Is called ahankara. So, one who can understand clearly this body mind sense complex is anatma. It is given to me. They keep on doing different type of activities, but my real nature is I am mere consciousness. This understanding is called karmani akarma yav pashit. In spite of all action, I am actionless. This understanding is karmani akarma yapashi. Have you heard the story of Bhartuhari? That's one king. Wow. Bhartuhari, his name was Bhartuhari. He was the king of Malava in MP. Ujjain. He was the king of the Ujjain. When he has written Shrungar Shatak, he himself has written then Vairag, he becomes sadhu. So this Bhartuhari has given up his whole kingdom. Actually, this Bhartuhari was a devotee of Parvati, means Durga, not Shiva. This Bhartuhari was a bhakta of Parvati. So we can say I am just writing Parvati. So Bhartuhari has some vairagya, and because of this passion, he has given up whole kingdom and he becomes sadhu. When he becomes sadhu, then Parvati, it is a story, but Parvati Ma, Mother Parvati has told Lord Shankara, have you seen my child, this Bhartuhari? He has given up everything and he became sadhu. So it is praiseworthy. So Bhagavan Lord Shiva says he still needs to give up something. He needs to give up something. Even though he has give up kingdom, but still he has to give up something. Parvati asked what? He says, the time will come, I will say. Then after becoming sadhu, he lives on, it is called Madhukari Bhiksha. What is the meaning of Madhukari Bhiksha? Madhukara is called bee, honey bee. It's called Madhu means honey, honey bee. So honey bee keep on moving from one flower to another flower. Same way, sadhu should not go in one home for bhiksha. He has to switch over from one home to another home for bhiksha. Bhavati bhiksha devi. So sannyasi should, if he used to go on one home only, then family members know what is the habit of the sadhu. That's prepare same food, whatever sadhu likes. Then sadhu again develops some, raga toward that family. That's why it says Sadhu should live on Madhukari Bhiksha, means he should always switch over from one family to another family. 7 family per day. You cannot move on for 14 family, only 7 family. You have to go and ask if you have anything to give me for Bhiksha, you give. Some give chapati, some give dal. Then sadhu can sustain one's life. Then next day, that sadhu should not go on same 7 homes. Another day you have to change. This type of bhiksha is called madhukari, madhukari bhiksha. Again, Parvati has told to Shankara, have you seen my child Bhartuhari? Now he is living on madhukari bhiksha. Again, Bhagwan Shankara says he has to give up something more. He says now he's become total Vairagya. He says no, still he has to give up something more. Then even this Bhartuhari has given up this Madhukari Bhiksha. He lived on Ajgari Bhiksha. You know, Ajgar means python. Python. Python never goes for prey. Whatever comes, Python. Ajgar, Python. Python just sitting, whatever passed through, no? It's just gulp it out. It never goes for any killing anything. It's called Ajagari. In Sanskrit, it's called Ajagara. And one who lives like this. So some has passed and then some sadhu is sitting. Let me give the bhiksha. This type of living is called Ajagari. So he switch over from Madhukari Bhiksha to Ajgari Bhiksha. So he never go to ask to anyone, Bhavati Bhiksha, if people would like to give, they give, otherwise they have to live on fast. You cannot able to eat. But Bhartuhari used to live in same his kingdom, means in his own city, not in his palace, but it's same. So people know my king is living in some place. They used to give something. Now Bhartuhari knows people are coming and give me the bhiksha. Let me change the whole place. So he went in another village and again he has continued with this Ajgari Bhiksha. And not in village, he starts living in Smashana group, cremation ground. In Smashana Gruha, nobody will come to give the bhiksha. So if somebody has passed on, then only person comes and he says some sadhu is sitting, they give. So again, Parvati has told to Lord Shiva, my son Bhartuhari is very great. Now he has changed even place also. He is living in Smashana, cremation ground. He is the great. Still, Bhagwan Lord has says, still Bhartuhari has to give up something. Then in that village, nobody has died for 7 days. If nobody died, nobody will go to cremation ground. And nobody went to cremation ground when he has fasting for 7 days. So 7 days, Bhartuhari has fasting. In 8th day, we can't say by the grace of God somebody has died and somebody, but still somebody is passed. If people come and they saw the sadhu is sitting, they give bhiksha. And when this Bhartuhari is about to take his bhiksha, Shankara told Parvati, let's go. So both Shankara and Parvati has taken the form of Brahmana Pati Patni. So both become a Brahmana, husband, wife, elder person. Both went to Bhartuhari. And Bhartuhari was about to eat, he says Bhikshande. He didn't eat for 7 days. He was just about to eat. At that time, Parvati and Shankara has asked, give me Bhiksha. So he has given all his Bhiksha to Brahmana Dampati. Then again Parvati has, with mental talk with Shiva, now you tell me, my Bhartuhari, my son, is the top of among devotee. Still Shiva says he has to give up something. Then Parvati has asked what? Then Shiva starts talking with Bhartuhari in the form of Brahmana. Shiva has told to Bhartuhari, Maharaj, you are also hungry. We are also hungry. We know you didn't eat for 7 days. We don't have anything for 7 days. We can do one thing. We will divide Bhiksha into one part you keep with you, one part we both will eat. In this, whatever is available, we both will eat. Then Bhartuhari speaks. He starts speaking. You know who am I? He says, I am the king Bhartuhari. I have given up the kingdom. I have given up. Even Madhukari Bhiksha, I have given up. Even Ajgari Bhiksha, I have given up my own state, my own city. I am living in different place. I am living in Smashan Guru. So I cannot give up one Bhiksha for you. When Bhartuhari said like this, Shiva says, you have to give up only one thing. I have given. This ahankara, who am I? I am Bhartuhari, means I am something. I have done, I have given up. Then I means this ego, identification with body, mind, sense complex. I am Bhartuhari means I am the king. At what level? Body level. This you have to give up. Need not to give up this kingdom, but from mental, you have to give up. I am a king, I am a something. If you can give up, then if you live in the palace, you are a sadhu. And if in a sadhu vesha, if you think, who am I am this and I am this, you have not given up everything. Everything what we have to give up at mental level need not to give up at physical level. And a person who can give up at mental level, that person is called, this is called actionlessness. So a person like Bhartuhari has given all action, but still he thinks, who am I? I am Bhartuhari. But a Gnani, one who is on a, I am a Atma, I am actionlessness, I never perform any action. This body is given to me, keep on performing the karma, this understanding will never give any type of ego. So to give up ego means identification with body, mind, sense complex. Let this body perform the duty, whatever to be done, but I am not doing. I am only giving the consciousness to this body. Because of my presence, this body is live, but I am not body, mind, sense complex. This one have to give up. We can't give up, but we have to understand. This understanding, it is called akarta. What is akarta? Karta is doer. The meaning of karta is doer. The doer means I am doing something is called doer. But one who knows I am Atma, this body is doing, not me, it is called akarta. This only this understanding. In spite of in this body, I am a Atma, I am ever non-action. I never perform action. This is called akarta. One has to assimilate, one has to digest this gnana. This is called karmani akarma yapashyat. One clearly see, I am a Atma, this body keep on doing, but not me. That's why that story Durvasa can tell to Gopi, you tell Yamuna, if Durvasa has not eaten everything, oh Yamuna, give me the marga. Means Durvasa knows this body has eaten, as a Atma I did eat. This is called Gnana, nothing else. So this is the meaning of one line. Karmani akarma yapashit. So Vinayaka has to understand what Vedvyasa or Krishna would like to convey. That's why this is called Granthi Shloka. And still I have written, hands are moving, but light which illuminates the hands is not moving. Same way, same way, body, mind, sense performing different type of action, but its consciousness, because of which, because of the which presence actions are possible, but doesn't do any action. That consciousness, I am, and I am Atma, I am not the BMS, means I am not body, mind, sense complex. And every day, from today, I start now. Shivoham Shivoham. I am not Manobuddhi Chit Ahankar Chittani Naham. I am not mind. I am not Buddhi. I am not Ahankar. I am a just observer of my body, mind, sense complex. It is called Akarmani. Karmani Akarma Yapashit. This is the meaning of 1/4 line. And now second line is Akarmani Chakarmaya. Now second line is Akarmani karma yapashit. So one who can perform, one who can see karma even in action, one who can see action in inaction, this is also called Dhiraha, Buddhiman. But to whom we call Buddhiman, this line we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.